Lone Keeler. I am currently living in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I am working for Linux Industries, which is a HVAC company, and I am a territory manager in charge of pretty much the northern part of North Carolina.
My name is Javier Zaragoza, or Javi. I live in Stillwater, Oklahoma at the moment. I'm a PhD student at Oklahoma State, working in the Tactical Fitness and Nutrition Laboratory. Yeah, that's it.
I'm Caleb Vandergriff, currently in Georgetown, hopefully soon to be in Austin. I'm working for a company called Applied Materials as a buyer/planner, and I played 2015 through 18.
I'm Julio Molar. I go by Nano, currently living in Temple, working at the Home Depot. Just waiting out my lease in December, and we're looking to move back to either the Woodlands or Conroe area. Getting married next month, so pretty excited about that. And I have pretty much a job lined up with ABC Supply Co. They do commercial roofings, and so yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
My name is Luke Lopez. I played from 2014 to 2017. I'm currently living in Abilene, Texas. I just graduated OT school, and I'll be starting a job in outpatient here at the hospital in 3 weeks.
I'm Stephen Dang. Live in Vietnam. What? What's so funny? I'm currently in Vietnam.
I was a late laugh. I was laughing at Luke. Go ahead. Sorry.
Still playing soccer. Playing for the Pro League out here in V League. And I played 2015 to 2018.
Raise your hand if you were on this Zoom and you thought that Stephen Dang would be the one playing pro. There you go.
I'm Caleb, and I played 2015 to 2017 or something like that. When did I get there? 2015 or something? I don't know. I live in Belton. And I started a new job yesterday at Fastenal, the old company I used to work for, as an account manager.
Okay, so hi, I'm Case Carnes. I played 2014, 2018. I'm living in Austin, currently working for a gym called F45, doing sales and personal training there. And yep, just moved to Austin in June, and it's been fun.
I'm Amani Colbert. I first went there in 2013, and I guess I played until 2017 for the next year. I am a commercial teller at a bank right now. Hopefully I'll be a loan processor by the end of next year, and then can open up some more doors for myself. Still live in Wichita Falls. That's about it.
Obviously, 2017 was a special year. When did you guys know that it was going to be special? 2017 was going to be special.
As soon as we lost in junior year, I knew we were going to win. I didn't know we were going to be that good, but as soon as we lost to Tyler, yeah, I knew right off the bat. Like that summer is going to be special, especially in off season.
I agree with Amani, but I also thought like once we went to Bermuda and played those 3 teams and came out of it, I knew we were going to pretty much roll over some teams. So
I would say Southeastern when we played them second semester, so off season, and we all got subbed in. And I think Case scored in we touched the ball and we scored on our first time we touched the ball. And I was like, all right, we're going to be pretty good. And we ended up crushing them 4-5-0 in, I guess it wasn't off season, but second semester.
That was a fun game.
That was fun.
That was a fun game.
That was good. I remember that. And I remember telling people over the summer, I would always try to sandbag a little bit as a coach, like, we'll be okay. But I remember telling people, and I agree with you, Logan, like after that non-traditional season and those games, I remember thinking, but this group's pretty special. And so people would ask me, so I wouldn't sandbag. I'd be like, yeah, this might be the best team we've had. And it was, for me, it was going into the year. Obviously, so we head to Bermuda, right? And how did that trip play? Up, what did that trip do for us heading into the season? You guys kind of relive your Bermuda experience and what role that played in 2017.
Let me go first since I didn't go. I just noticed, like, as soon as we came back, or as soon as you guys came back, like, y'all are a lot closer. I know most of us, like the core group, it's pretty close already, but just seeing videos all summer about when y'all were all together and stuff like that, it seemed like it was a different feel within the team. And then when I got back and joined you guys, it kind of all meshed together. I feel like.
Yeah, agreeing with Amani there. I feel like one of the keys to our success in 2017 was just how like close we were, like team chemistry, more than any of my other years there. I think Bermuda definitely probably had a big part of that, just like bringing us closer together. So I think that definitely helped. Not just, and we also got to play some good competition to start the season, and that's obviously a good experience. But more than anything, just chemistry, I think, as a team is very important.
And plus, most of us have been playing together. I mean, either freshman or sophomore year, depending on who got added on. But we've been playing together already 3 years. At least most people in this Zoom meeting forever. Vandy and Steven, they came in there when we were sophomores. So I mean, we've been playing a while together, so it was like kind of just fell into place, and we added a couple pieces here and there, and I mean, I think it kind of just worked out. It was like a perfect storm, just with everything coming together.
So one of the pictures we hung up in the locker room is the picture of the Bermuda U20 / full national squad that we played, and what a moment that was. A pretty special moment, a great memory for me during that game. Obviously winning that game was big, but I remember poor Corey Smith. He's getting just done dirty in the middle of the field, and I'm getting all over him, and this guy's lifting the ball up over Corey and running around him, just that nonsense, and I realized I feel bad because I find out after the game that guy is starting center midfielder for their full-sided, captain of the full-sided national team, and so it obviously made sense. But what a great trip and a great game. So we go to Bermuda and we come back and we're with the rest of the gang now. That first game, right? So we're all hyped and we're feeling good about it, and we go to San Antonio to start the year. Logan Keeler tears his MCL early on, and then we get red carded, so we're down a man, shuffling things around, and we lose 2-0. So now at that point, you're high, you're feeling good about it. Now at that point, what are your thoughts now?
That's exactly the game that I was gonna bring up. Going to the question that said, how did we know that we were gonna be good? Well, obviously the previous season we are coming in with majority of the guys, but that Trinity game, Logan getting hurt, and then on paper we lost the game, but I honestly felt like we went there and we gave them a really great game. And I felt like, for me, I was like, we're going as far as we can with, no pressure. And I don't know, that game was just a really, really good indication for me that we're going to do really well this season.
Yeah, I agree with Nano. I only played like 2 minutes, and vaguely remember, but I just remember like the first 2 minutes, I could just tell we were better than them, like right off the bat. Like we played them, I know during I think it was our sophomore year at home when we lost. And that game, just right off the bat, I could tell. I was like, we're better than them. So, yeah.
I definitely knew we could beat them, and we were better than the second time. Like that playoff game wasn't even like I don't think any of us were stressed about that game. I know it went down to the wire, but we were all pretty confident we could beat them.
I think with Logan getting hurt and then Martine getting a red card and then everybody kind of just playing exhausted, man down. But we still had chances that entire game. We could have easily tied it. I believe it was like 3 chances we could have scored. So coming off that game, preseason game, it was good just to get it off our chest, I guess. And then it pretty much gave us even more motivation to carry it on into the rest of the season. And then ultimately playing them again, and I think we can all agree we all knew we were gonna win that game coming into it.
Does anybody remember? I don't know who all was with us the next morning. So we go to San Antonio. We're all pretty frustrated, not the way we wanted to start the season. And then the next morning, a group of us wake up early, jump in a van. Hurricane. What hurricane was it? Harvey. That's right.
Harvey.
And Logan Keeler's dad's house, and now I'm having to teach you guys how to change a flat on the side of the highway. We don't have a jack that works.
Broke.
We're flagging people down. If it weren't for the lady that had a daughter going to UMHB, we might still be on the side of the road today. But thankfully, she had a daughter that goes to UMHB. She saw the UMHB van broke down. Saw John Williams' mom ride her bike by and wave at us, and we had nobody helping us.
Yeah.
It was a fun, crazy experience. And it was good to help out, and just kind of a really a strange start to it all. So next thing would be what did and doesn't mean to be a part of the first team to win the conference tournament championship. We've had a regular season championship before, 2009, but be the first team to get that ring, to get the tournament championship. What did it mean to you then, and what does it even today? What does it still mean to you?
I mean, it means a lot. Like, it's one of those things that I still like reminisce at least once or twice a week, just because like we're so close. Like, I miss all you guys. I miss playing, day in and day out. And, I take pride in that, being the first, to get a ring. And ever since I started at UMHB in 2013, that was always the goal, was to get a ring. And, to break records, that season, and then just go on a long winning streak the way that we did. And yeah, we had a hiccup against, who was it? McMurray. I mean, even then, like, I don't know. It's just I'll always carry that. And then, all the memories with you guys. And it just, I don't know. I don't know if there's any words that I can say. It just means a lot. Like,
yeah, I agree with Nana. Like, especially it was like a reward for all 4 years sticking in every 6 a.m. running conditioning practices, and just even the days you don't want to go out there and you go out there anyway and play as hard as you can. It just comes to show, and all that hard work over the 4 years finally pays off. And it helped with our chemistry. Suffer together, all the losses, then we win together. It was just a collection of all 4 years just built up in the moment that really did it.
Yeah, we have definitely been through a lot, I would say, especially if we were there from the get-go, starting freshman year. It was hard to believe that, thinking about freshman year, we weren't even really thinking about nationals at all, or national tournament. We were just like, oh, maybe we can make the conference tournament this year. And it's crazy how much that mindset changed, even within the past, like even the last 2 years that we played. It's hard to believe that we went, what was it, like we had like 6 wins or something that freshman year, and I was like, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be. And even that spring afterwards, I was like, oh my god, I don't really know what I got myself into. But we stuck it out, and definitely don't regret anything or any part of the process because it was all worth it in the end.
Yeah, I agree with Case. I think it meant more to me because of, everyone on the team and how close we were and like, I guess what we meant to each other. And that made it a lot more rewarding, just kind of seeing everyone kind of grow together over the few years that we play together and see kind of all of our hard work come together in our last year. I thought it was special that it was kind of our send off. So
Logan's point, basically what he's saying there, as my junior year, it was almost more satisfying winning for like those seniors because, like I said, the chemistry of that, not just that year, but building up to that year, it was just like, it was almost like we had to win it that year, or else it was going to be a big disappointment for me, for the seniors and all that. So just for me, honestly, I was more happy to win for the seniors going off, like that being their last year and just being close with them than for myself. So
just thinking about all the memories and you guys and really a lot of you. I came in when y'all came in, and so going from not being around soccer for 3 years to being back and really going through that process of you guys being, I think it was 8 wins, Case, not 6. So y'all were above 500 at least.
Yeah.
And so going from that and seeing you guys mature and grow, and then we just add those pieces that we really needed to become special. And I remember, I think it was y'all's sophomore year majority, and then like Vandy and Steve's freshman year when we dominated UT Thailand in the conference semis and just couldn't find a way to score. And I knew then that we had something special for a few years that we had to really capture and really add to, and that we had a legit chance at winning a conference championship. And so as a coach, it was fun and exciting to be on the sideline recruiting and really being able to sell that dream to guys and get guys to add on to what y'all were bringing to the table. And so, yeah, it was special. It was really fun ride.
Yeah.
You don't have seniors, you don't have big classes stick out. And this is really for a lot of programs around the nation. You don't have big senior classes in a lot of programs. Most people, when they get into college, maybe they're not playing much or they face some kind of adversity or whatever it might be, some kind of struggle, then they're out, man. They're transferring to another school or they're just going to quit playing soccer and just go be a student or whatever. And what's really special about you guys, and we had such a big group of guys who stuck it out all the way through, and through some times where there was some frustration but that, yeah, man, one of the most reward. I was watching the conference final the other day, and just a rewarding time for me as a coach, and more than anything to see you guys celebrating what I'll way into your I guess most enjoyable moment or biggest moment that stands out, biggest memory. And one of mine would be, I still have the picture on my phone. I'm walking on the field at 7:30 in the morning, the day of the conference tournament, championship game. So it's Sunday morning. The field's not set up yet. I don't know why I was out there, and I take a picture of the scoreboard because the scoreboard was on with the time on it. And just kind of have the feeling, man, I knew we were going to win the game. I mean, there wasn't a doubt in my mind. I was ready to celebrate my first as a coach here at Mary Hardin Baylor, and really what we've come so far as a program. And then so now we're warming up, and I'm looking at UT Tyler, what they're doing for warm up. Do you guys remember this? Like for 15, 20 minutes during their warm up, all they're doing is talking about how they're going to defend our set pieces. And so down there in the corner, they're down there, their warm up is practicing defending our set pieces. And and just ironically enough, that's how they get scored on. So it's such a fun memory, and just so unbelievably proud for a group of guys who stuck it out, and such a reward to stick it out. Really, really, really great memories. So that's the segue in. What is and it could be that year, really your time at Mary Hardin Baylor. Um, Max is peeking in now. Say hi, Max. Hey, hi to the boys.
There he is.
So yeah, so give me a memory.
I'll start. I would say my favorite one, or I guess one I just go back to a lot, is we were in Bermuda, and it was nighttime, and we were all the way at the end of the beach, and we were all just sitting, just kind of like chilling, watching the waves, and we were playing Coldplay. I think Martina was playing Coldplay, and we were just all relaxing and just listening to music. And I don't know, that's just one thing I go back to a lot as one of my favorite memories, just because, I mean, it's not soccer related, but just like, it was more than just playing soccer. Like, we were family. So that's just something I always kind of go back to and I kind of miss. So
I wouldn't say maybe this probably isn't my favorite memory, but it's a funny one. The spring season, and we were doing that tournament, and you had Travis as your goalkeeper, and you were just nagging him nonstop the entire practice, and it was so funny.
I know one of them, a special one. I know it stands out, soccer related. I don't remember who it was. So we got over that our overtime little problem. We could never win in overtime. We always lose. Whoever we beat, it was a beautiful goal. Martine scored. Was that Ozarks?
Ozarks.
That was special. Another one was a leadership meeting where you kind of just, I don't want to say you handed the program over to us, but you really told us to just stand up and start being leaders and take ownership of the program. I think that changed a lot too. Another one, sorry, I'm just spinning my hair. Me and Case we were on the way back from Seattle, and Armando was sitting in between me and the Case, and we were putting like crackers and fruit snacks. You know how he sleeps with his mouth open. He did not wake up.
I was putting those little pretzel sticks in his mouth.
It was just it was so quiet. It was like quiet library. Like we couldn't laugh real loud. I don't know. That was a good one.
My favorite memories was whenever we were coming back from Houston to help Logan out, and whoever was with us, I think it was like, I don't know, 6 of us, but we were all delirious because we didn't sleep at all. And for some reason, whoever was sitting in the front figured out that Bankhead had his headphones in and couldn't hear what we were saying. I don't know if he acting like he didn't hear it or whatever, but we could not stop laughing the entire ride home. And we all smelled terrible, and because we've been sweating all day. And I was like, just get me home. I can't deal with these guys anymore. And Jose's stupid laugh, he wouldn't shut up I think it was like a 3-hour drive. He wouldn't shut up the entire time. I was like, get me out of this bus.
JoJo he wouldn't turn the music off on the bus.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
We were like,
turn that off.
We're in Louisiana or Mississippi or something, and he would not turn the music off.
Yeah.
All night.
Didn't you tell him to turn that crap
I was like, shut up. I yelled at him. It was, oh man. I think he still didn't turn it off. I woke up again, and I think he was just playing it really. So I was like, go to sleep. What's wrong with you?
I think my favorite memory is probably all the bus rides back home after a big win or anything like that. We got to celebrate as a team, and especially that one time where Jason wrestled Josh or something like that to the ground. That was a good day. I don't know if any of y'all remember that, but
I think my favorite memory was probably the last goal we scored on Trinity, and how it was such like a really good play. It was like a very good 1-2, one-touch passes, and then I forgot who. So I think it was Nano, right? Yeah. It was just that quick, like 6 seconds of just play that just ended up being the game-winning goal. And that was probably my favorite memories.
Yeah, I remember JP. I had just subbed out. JP was like, good run, good run, good run. And like, I looked over and then the play was starting and JP was like, go. He was like, almost on the field, like sprinting, jumping up and down. I was like, let's go. And it went in and then JP was almost at the corner flag before we all made it there. And I was just kind of crazy to see his emotion during that moment.
Having JP with us that last year, definitely, I think he got as much excitement out of us winning as like we were his own son winning out there, like we were his kids. And because he obviously watched Peyton or Tyler Pate or whatever do all this his career, and we were his sons playing out there, and he took care of us. And every single time, every weekend, he was like, "You got to win this one. You got to win this one for me. Come on, let's go." Or his little one-liners about, "Hey, you need a straw?" I'm like, "A straw? What do you mean?" Like, "Here, suck it up."
Yeah.
So that was always great.
Was Danny practicing corners and it smacking him straight in the face?
It would get lost in the sun. It hit him in the face every time.
I'll say a memory. I think my favorite one is we were warming up. I think it was for conference, and you had told us to show up at 8 a.m. for a walkthrough. Steven and Danny, I guess they thought the walkthrough included their pajamas. So they pulled out with their coffee and just, chilling with the sandals. And everybody was like, what are y'all doing?
Everyone like had a good sweat going because it was kind of warm out there. And they came out 10 minutes late, pajama pants on, slippers.
And so he was sitting in the office last minute. So of course Jeff Stiegel, I'm out there by myself with him, and he's trying to hype me up like, "Hey man, you gotta get these guys going. Like this is on you, Ben Allen. Like this is a test for you." And just doing his Jeff Stiegel thing. And so you guys were warming up, and Bankhead came back to turn on the lights or something. I forget what he was doing. And Case Carnes saw him. I was like, "What are you doing over here, Bankhead? Get out of here." And you guys were just like jacking around, having fun and warm up. And I was on pins and needles. I was nervous. And then you score in the first like 5 minutes of the game. And I think it was like 3-0 in the first half against TLU. And that was just really fun. And I knew at that moment, it's like, man, just give you guys the keys to the car and let you do your thing.
First memory is when I came in as a freshman and my preseason physical, I said my heart skipped a beat sometimes, and which it did. I wasn't lying. And because of that, I couldn't practice in the preseason or whatever it was. Because I had to get an EKG and get it like tested before I could practice. So I was just there, like not even dressed out, and no one knew who I was. And I don't talk much, so I just didn't talk to anybody for like however long that was. And
hey, funny story off of that. Coach like called me into his office like before our first game, and he was explaining to me like the formation we're gonna play, and he told me I was playing center back, and he told me, "Yeah, you're gonna be playing with Caleb." And I was like, "Caleb who?" And he's like, "Your height, blonde hair." And I had no clue who you were or what he was talking about. I never saw you, and I was so confused. I didn't even know you were on our team or existed. And he was like, "He's been sent out." I was like, "I've never seen this kid in my life."
Yeah, that's how it was for the first few weeks. I didn't talk to anybody. But even in Seattle, when we went to Seattle, I think I talked to maybe Carlos. I remember Carlos. And
I think
Eddie and Nana just gave me crap the whole time for being quiet. But good times.
The first time I talked to Vandy was when he got hurt in Seattle, and he was on the bench, and I was like, "You all right?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "Oh, okay." That's all he said.
That reminds me.
Vandy didn't like me the first.
Talked to Case.
Yeah.
We thought of the same thing. I came on my recruiting trip and stayed at Beale. And the first person I like the first room I walked in and I was like, oh, I gotta meet everyone, like shake their hands, whatever. I walk into Case's room and he's laying in bed. I'm like, hi, I'm Caleb. And he just looks at me like with a death stare and doesn't say a word and just like looks away. And I just awkwardly walk out without shaking his hand.
He had strep.
I couldn't talk.
Yeah, come to find out he was
tonsils
sick.
were swollen up.
But I was like, I don't think I want to come here after that. So yeah.
Just remember, I think it was sophomore year. It was conference. It was the night before UT Tyler, I think. And Eddie's playing music the entire time until like 2 a.m. And then Brian walks in and they're just like talking like nothing's going on. And then they start wrestling at 2 a.m. before the game. And I was just trying to sleep. Then they start messing with me. They pull the sheets off. They pull the bed off. And I was getting so annoyed.
All right. So on a serious note, another great memory, obviously, for that 2017 team in Bermuda. We're around, I guess we're at the pool. And I still have a recording of us singing that dang song. We're all singing Can't Stop Believing by Boston or whoever that is.
Journey.
Boston? Who's Boston?
Sorry, John Mullane. John Mullane's going to freak when he hears that. But anyway, so we're after we sing the song, we're like, all right, how far is this team going to go? And Logan Keeler, I'm pretty sure is you the one that said first, like Sweet 16 and crap, man, we've never won a conference championship before. And I just remember thinking, yeah, that's bold, but yeah, I'm good with that. So everyone's like, all right, Sweet 16, and I look back now, I wish we would have said, Final Four, because I think we met our goal, Sweet 16, and we were done. But man, how special was that just to call it in preseason and do something that obviously we've never done before, and to say we're going to go to Sweet 16 and you guys go do it. And it was just that was a special moment for me.
I mean, this group of guys, 2017, that's a year I'll never forget. I mean, probably the most meaningful year of soccer I played. So it was good. Well, that 1 year, but I'll never forget it. So, and I appreciate you, Bankhead and Ben Allen. I mean, without y'all, it wouldn't have happened either. So appreciate y'all and all these guys, even the ones that aren't in this chat. Appreciate everybody that made it happen. That whole year was special.
Missed all y'all. It was awesome 4 years with most of y'all, and then 3 years with some others. But yeah, thank you, Bankhead, Ben Allen. It was awesome 4 years of my life. I'll always remember it. Always think about all the games we played, all the good times we had, and yeah, hopefully we can all get together soon.
I miss everybody. I don't miss running Arkansas every Monday. That one wasn't my favorite memory, but everything else was a great time. I don't miss throwing up mac and cheese on the spring practice. But sometimes you just got to stay fit. Got to make me run a little bit. But
quit day.
I had lots of fun, made great memories, made some of the best friends that I'll have for life, and I'll never forget any of it. So I appreciate y'all.
Same here, kind of just basically I talked to most everybody still, and still really close with a lot of you, and I miss everybody, and it's a great year. And I'll never forgive Bankhead for making us run after we ate Italian food on a Sunday after church. That was a little rude, but no, it was good, a lot of fun, and something I'll never forget. So
I was scrolling through my camera trying to find this picture, but I don't know who got it, but I think Vandy's dad posted it after we won the tournament. See if I can show you guys. But it's after Bankhead went and I think kissed Shannon. And then we all stormed the field and ran up to him and hugged him and stuff. Vandy's dad had a really good post about if you zoom in. Oh, screenshotted it. So I'll read it. If you want to see what true love and admiration for a coach, mentor, and father figure looks like, zoom in on the faces of these young men. as they embraced their coach after winning their first conference championship. I think that pretty much says it all.
I've got to respond to that, man. That picture is in my office now. One of my most cherished pictures and moments. I mean, it certainly special, and love you guys like sons, and to share that moment, and to have that moment coming back to the team was a coaching high for me, and I mean, that picture is blown up in my office now. I love it.
I want to say just thanks for all y'all. I mean, on and off the field, a lot of y'all taught me a lot. Bankhead, Ben Allen, y'all taught me a lot. Being great role models, and some of y'all seniors that during that time, I mean, y'all set the tone, and y'all showed me, there's a lot more to it than just play soccer, and So I just want to give y'all my appreciation for that. Y'all, I've changed a lot since then, and I'm really glad of who I am now because of y'all. So I really appreciate those 4 years, most definitely.
Echo off what Steve said. So, I mean, I love all y'all. The 4 years together was awesome. Bankhead, Ben Allen. I mean, I came in a boy, and you guys kind of helped me become a man. So I just loved going to war with you guys, and there's no one else I would rather fight for coaching wise, or I always knew you guys had my back, and I did my best to have your guys' back. So I just cherish every time we got to play together, especially now that all we got is the memories. So
I've met and shared a lot of those memories with just everyone of you. Lifelong friends, guys, hopefully, be at each other's weddings and stuff like that. Beyond grateful, for sure.
Real quick, I want to apologize to Steve for making fun of him against McMurray at halftime. He was trying to give us a little pep talk, and I ended up mocking him. And I still feel bad about that. I kind of laugh, but I just want to apologize. That was definitely not the right move at that time.
It's all right. It's all good.
It's all good. 3 years later.
Case, I saw you laughing when he was just now talking. I knew exactly what you were thinking.
Me, I started in 2013, which is a horrible year to come in. It was just not ideal for, it just for anyone. Played 13, 14, 15, and then took a year off in 16, which really helped me to appreciate, to come back and to realize that, I was blessed and healthy enough to play the game that I loved and to continue playing after high school. And, taking that year off, and coming back in the spring, and then, with a fresh kind of group of guys, but like having that friendship outside of the field and that team chemistry. I remember that we had the group me, and as soon as spring came, I had changed the name to Campeones 2017. I don't know if anyone remember that. Like I had screenshotted it. And I just knew, coming back that we were going to kill it that year. And I'm really glad that, I believe things happen for a reason. And then taking that year off and coming back, like it made me appreciate and try to like be mentally strong and say, hey, I'm going to go out my senior year with my friends, my teammates, Coach Bankhead, with everything that I got. And I left everything on that field, that game in Chicago. And obviously the conditions weren't on our side, and there was a lot of things, the delay in the game, and but I feel like we gave it everything we had. And I don't know, I'll always carry that with me. And again, we're all close still. And I know that I can always pick up the phone and call you guys for whatever. And, you know, with social media nowadays, it's easy to, you know, keep up with each other and just keep in contact. So I just want y'all to know that I'm always a phone call away, a text, a DM, whatever. You know, and I really hope to see you guys soon.
One last memory was lifting up that trophy at conference with everybody around in a huddle, and then I think somebody caught a good picture of all of us just throwing our hands in the air, just celebrating. I think that was like probably the highlight of all 4 games.